To BFC Live, the daily video and podcast series of Business of Cannabis. BFC Live highlights the companies, brands, people, and trends driving the global cannabis sector. Learn more at businessofcannabis.ca. Our BFC Live guest today is Leah Thiel. She is the marketing director at Indiva. They put out Wana Gummies into the Canadian marketplace, and we wanted to connect with her about a new product they're launching. Leah Thiel, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's great to talk to you today.
It's great to talk to you. And I was joking before we came on that obviously you're from Indiva, you're the marketing director there. I really like Wana Gummies, and I was going to show you how many packages I have of full Wana Gummies till I realized that they're all gone. That they are gone from the house, which I think speaks to how much we like them. Is that what people are finding from your perspective?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those products that once you try it and you realize how darn good it is, you just go back again and again. Like, it's unbelievable how good the flavor is when you're compared to things from the legacy market or other gummies that you've had.
Yeah, they go quick.
It tastes better than non-infused gummies.
That is true, which might be the problem why I can't keep them around in my house. But it speaks to the fact, and I think I was mentioning to you before that we connected with Neil, the CEO. The first time might have been 2018, and his view then is similar to what we were talking about. Is like, we're gonna enter this market. We're gonna enter with these edibles. We're gonna work with proven brands in the States, and we're gonna capture huge market share when it happens. And it seemed a lot of people back then were talking about a lot of great plans, but this one has actually worked out. Why do you think that is?
Well, one, we partnered with an amazing brand. So Wana Brands, the gummies have been tested and trialed in the US for 10 years. They've worked out every kink. These are fantastic gummies. We also entered the market right at the beginning of edible legalization, which means that it was a pretty empty playing field right there. Like, if you wanted to carve out white space, it was all white space, right? It was like, it's a retailer's dream to have this product and a producer's dream. So I think that was a big part of it. We came in hard and fast with a great product. And the product, once you've trialed it, you go to again and again. It's really a premium edible with a great experience.
Yeah, it's also the idea of having it be where you want it all the time. That sounds weird, but like we saw at the beginning of legalization, like, producers couldn't keep flower on the shelves. Like, they're both, if they could, it was like one batch and then it couldn't keep up. So the second purchase was not there, the third purchase was not there. But with Wana and with what you guys are doing, it's there, it's replicable, you can get it. And that, I think, makes a huge difference in the sort of retail landscape.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing what our production facility has managed to do, because these are handcrafted gummies and they are able to consistently create these gummies for a really, it's a shelf stable product. It doesn't melt. They're consistently dosed. They're always good. Health Canada will come after me if I say too many fantastic things about how consistently dosed they are, but you could chop them up into squares and they're pretty consistent, if you wanted to microdose it.
Yeah, no, I really like them. But what I also want to talk about, it came across our desk, is there's I don't know if it's new and improved, but certainly new version of them coming out as well. And well, first we'll talk about what's on the shelves now and talk about what's coming.
Yeah, so right now we have 7 flavors of Wana sour gummies on the market. And what's really unique about them is that they're vegan, they're gluten-free, they're made with fruit pectin, there's no gelatin in them. Like I said, they're shelf stable, they won't melt, which means that, when they're being delivered to you from the store, they don't arrive in the bag melted and ooey and sticky. They come just the way they were created. They're enhanced with terpenes, so they give you an entourage effect, which just adds to the whole experience. So they come in hybrid, sativa, indica, and they come in a bunch of ratios. So anywhere from a sativa with 10 milligrams of THC per package, which is the max in Canada, to our pomegranate blueberry acai ones, which have 50 milligrams of CBD and 10 milligrams of THC in one package at the same price as a regular 10 milligram THC. So just the fact that there's 7 completely different ratios for consumers is pretty exciting.
It really is amazing. And it's differentiated because even as you said, like we're a year into, edibles, and there's not a massive array like there is, say, in Colorado yet, right? Like there isn't this full array of like gummies, which there seems to be an insatiable appetite for, but we haven't filled out that category yet, have we?
I mean, there's definitely entrants coming into the marketplace, and gummies have proven to be a favorite in the edible sphere. They're a legacy product. They were extremely popular in that market. That's transitioned, and the customers have transitioned with it. It's also just a great, I guess, experience for somebody who's new to cannabis that doesn't want to inhale. Like there's so many consumers they're dipping their toe in, but they don't want to smoke it. Like I always tell the story of my dad, who's in his 70s, who always said, "I'm never trying cannabis until it's legal." And then I entered the business. I'm like, "It's legal."
Hey, Dad, I'm here.
And you don't have to inhale, right? So like, there you go. Now you can try it. So so for those types of consumers, they don't all have to be in their 70s, obviously, but it's a great place to start. And it's because it's so consistently dosed. It's not like you're having a brownie at somebody's party and you green out an hour later because you don't know don't know what the dose is.
Yeah, it's super consistent, and that's what I like, or that's one of the things I like about it. But talk about what's coming next, because we talked on it quickly before we came on, but I'm super jazzed about this.
Yeah, so the next thing that's coming are WannaQuick gummies. And these are a fast-acting gummy. They create a faster onset of effects. They have a shorter duration, and which is very different than your traditional gummy. And the way that the US has done this, they partnered with another company that creates this water encapsulated THC molecule. The THCs are, they're oils. And so by doing this, it bypasses digestion through the liver and gives you a Delta-9 smoker's experience. I'm not allowed to say any of that, by the way. So that's just between you and I.
Sure, I won't tell anybody.
No, but like in the absence of trials in Canada,
right.
We don't have tons of data on how these things work. But I think it's also our obligation to the consumer to tell them that it's going to be a faster onset.
Yes.
The last thing we would want is somebody to think this is going to kick in an hour, and 5 minutes later, 15 minutes later, like, whoa.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. And I think, and this is what is so exciting as a consumer, is that there are new products in the shelves all the time. And this one sounds like something I might be really interested in. But I think it's the other part that, yes, the onset is faster in this case, but also you're going to know what the onset is faster. What I mean by that is, like, you don't have to wait. You're not going to eat the second gummy before it's actually from a new user perspective, even like it's a more maybe not more consistent, but faster.
I mean, we always say, to go slow, and start low for a reason, because people are like, I don't feel anything yet, and they pop another one, and they're like, I still don't feel anything, and they pop another one, and then lo and behold, they all hit, right? Yeah. And it all depends on your metabolism. It depends on what you've ingested, before, during, ingesting edibles, on how fast it's going to absorb, right?
I just love the product innovation as well. And I also like, and I'm not shy about this when I'm talking with you or Neil or anybody, but like the idea that there was a game plan in 2018, executed in 2019, 2020, and now in 2021, it is building that category and brand profile from Indiva's perspective. And I think that really speaks to companies that have a game plan going in, execute on the game plan, and it's exciting to see the game plan come to life. And you don't know this, but tomorrow we have someone from Pure Sun Farms also on, talking about sort of their larger format that they had in their sort of game plan as well. And like, when it hits, it's exciting to see companies execute. When we hear a lot about companies that just aren't executing, like there are companies that are executing at a high level, and that's always exciting, I think, and it must be exciting to work for that.
Well, I mean, that's what I love about Indiva and why I joined them, is that we're small, but we're mighty. We've got a plan, we're focused, and we're going after it. And we have more stuff in the pipeline. So I'm not going to tell you about it today, but there's still some exciting stuff coming.
Well, it is
We're
exciting,
not
but
done yet.
well, I actually want to ask you a question because you have a background that comes from retail, right?
Yeah.
And deep experience in CPG. And I want to sort of get your thoughts because as you're talking about launching brands and new products on top of the same brand, sort of expanding on the brand, like we have this unique opportunity because there's going to be another 1,000 retailers, say just in Ontario alone. Like, how do you think about that from a brand perspective, either talking to, reaching those, educating those next 1,000 retailers, because it's those 1,000 retailers that are going to have the 1,000 customers, and that is the consumer base, but it changes the dynamic considerably from a brand perspective, talking to retailers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I always say that the bud tender is the most important person in this chain because they're the ones talking the customer through, through the purchase, but they're also giving us unbelievable feedback. And so training these bud tenders and training these tailors is, tantamount to our success. It's really something that we need to invest in heavily in terms of time and people.
Because it's the first, second, and third question people ask, and they may not even ask another question, right? Like ever, right? Because this is what I think we've talked about. It's like, if people find that gummy, the WannaQuick or the Wana regular, that's what they're going to go back to, at least in my perspective, potentially forever.
Yeah, because I mean, just the way the products are laid out, there's so many different ways to enhance your experience. And we find that people that buy these are life enhancers. They either use it daily or they use it for, something they're doing physically or artistically or emotionally. There's so many different experiences here and different occasions that these products fit because of all the different ratios of THC to CBD and all the different terpenes. And now the difference in onset and duration. Like it's a game changer.
Well, I can't wait to have that game changed, and I will anxiously await to when I see them pop up in my favorite retailer in my neighborhood, and I will refresh quickly. See, I did it. Refresh frequently towards the end of this month. Lee, I really want to thank you for joining us here today because we always like talking about what's coming and what's on shelves, and thanks for making time.
Thanks so much, Jay. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us on BofC Live today. We're able to do what we do thanks to our ongoing partners, including Cannabis at Work, Cannabis Benchmarks, Can Delta, Headset, Gallagher, and Torque and Main.